All right. What's happening, everybody? How we doing? We're having some more technical difficulties as usual, um, both with Tank and audio, so you probably won't be able to hear her again. If I could, I never did think to turn my volume down on this, and I can't remember how. Perfect. Oh, it's awesome. We're good. What's happening, everybody? It's Saturday. Feels like Monday. Oh, oh man. See, we got a bunch of you in the chat already. Welcome, everybody. How we doing? This is literally flying by the seat of my pants here. Didn't check anything. I can turn this light down. That's like I have the sun going on back there. There we go. All right. Anyways, anywho and ways. Well, how's everybody's afternoon going? I see Foxy's cracking some eggs over here.
She's trying. Come on, Fred.
They're tiny little guys. See how we have that on the TV that, you can't see. It's over there. Oh, man. How's the audio, everybody? I don't know if you can probably hear me okay, but usually her is or she is the issue that we can't hear. We had a mic, and then the kittens played with part of it, I think. And then we had another mic, and I think the same kitten played with that too.
Yeah.
So we're back to, no mic. All right. Well, let's go through chat, see who all we got in here. Got Eduardo popping in first. What's up, Eduardo? Foxy's Fishes made it in. How's it going? She says Lucy. Let's see. Mountain Greenery made it in. What's happening? Scotty Aquati's in the house. What's happening, Scotty? And I think I'm caught up. It's one advantage to doing Saturday. It's pretty easy to keep track of the chat.
Not as many people.
Oh, well. Not that I couldn't do it. It'll jump on me. It's a thing.
Always.
You guys know that. So anyways, not a whole heck of a lot happened. Added some more sand to the 125. Got some more stuff to go in the saltwater tank and maybe get that going. I don't know. Pretty much it's just a lot of maintenance, just random routine upkeep, I guess you could call it.
Tank moving.
Yeah, she moved some tanks around last night. I refuse to move any of my tanks
Well,
unless I absolutely have to.
that's the disadvantage to having large tanks. I have small tanks and it was really not that bad.
Well,
And it was necessary.
yeah. Oh, I had something else too, and I forgot. It'll come back, maybe. Let's see. No new fish.
Sort of though. For me at least.
Well, yeah. You got a couple dozen rosies.
So I got rosy red feeders for the max level because they like them as treats. Normally that couple dozen rosy reds is gone within an hour. They didn't go for them as much this time, so now I have almost 2 dozen rosy reds and my 15-gallon blue bowl. That's why I pulled the razzle dazzle moving tanks so that I would have somewhere to keep these rosy reds.
Eduardo says just having issues with YouTube uploading. That can be fun sometimes.
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I actually did find the GoPro last weekend, and I got some in-tank footage of everybody. So I just have to finish getting all the video out of that onto this,
Yes.
and then we'll put a little video out, see how it goes. But yes, definitely YouTube can be a pain in the butt sometimes.
Yep.
Especially if you do what I do, you use your phone, so you upload to YouTube with your phone, but your phone has a timeout thing on the screen, and you got to change that, or it'll time out, and then guess what? You have to restart. You got it. You got to restart the whole upload, and that can be another nightmare. Snoochie Boots made it in. What's happening, Snoochie?
So Patsy actually wants to know, how was your Thanksgiving?
I ate food. Still eating food.
I actually turned the leftovers into turkey noodle combo with some cream of mushroom soup and some gravy and mashed potatoes.
It was actually really good. I made a pie, burned it. Everybody ate it.
You only burned the outer edge of the crust, but it was a little burned. But it's okay. It was still edible.
You know. But yeah, no big events here. We're kind of dull, I guess you could call it. I have a cat
You have a nugget.
up here, as usual.
You have a nugget.
But yeah, no, overall it was good. Ate and slept. That was about it.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, it's always good when that happens because sometimes you just need a little relaxing. Nope. See, I never gonna do that. Right onto the laptop. Oh yeah, but no, it was good. So no complaints. Fish didn't have any complaints. Dogs and cats didn't have any complaints. That little psycho actually got turkey for the first time. She
loved it.
She enjoyed it. Let's see. Liquid Zoo made it in. What's happening, Matt? Says someone we both know started using StreamYard, so their stream is bidding more than what?
I don't know.
Bidding more than complaining about StreamYard. I'd like to comment and tell him what he's doing wrong, but I'm banned. Oh, well, yeah. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. We all had to figure out StreamYard on our own. I think he can too.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
I'm here. Thank you for coming to the stream, Patty.
Hi, Patty. Sorry, I had to make a beer run.
I mean, timing, actually.
Pop run. For, not
Cold snap.
Yeah.
You
There
give
you
it
go.
cold snap.
John McKenzie made it in. How we doing, John? Oh, let's see. Why didn't we do this live chat at the Clash? Please put that. I did do a live chat.
You did do a live stream at the Clash patio.
I'm not sure exactly where you were at the time, but we had Ed, Rico, Jason, Suzy Q. I think Dave Farrell came in.
Was it Sean there too?
No.
No?
Trying to think. I thought there was. Misfit was in there. Yeah. That booth they had there, though, it just felt like an interrogation room.
It was a weird room.
It was nice to have everybody kind of
It was cool.
corralled in there because then you didn't feel like a detective was going to walk in.
And you were so separated. Oh, she said, I'm sorry, I meant to have this aircraft, where it was like,
Oh,
this flag.
you were somewhere in the hotel.
Yeah, I think you might have been in the convention.
Yeah, you actually might have been in the convention part, because when I walked in after that, you were kind of walking around looking at all the aquascapes.
But to be fair, I had gone outside momentarily with Perry, came back in and saw Patty, and the very first thing that I did was yell, Patty's here, and I did start dancing. I don't know if she remembers that, but she was coming out of the elevator when I saw her. And I did. I did Patty's here.
Did I say hi to John McKenzie?
He might have.
Hi, John McKenzie, if I didn't say hi again. How you doing? It's like Danikin Aquatics made it in. What's up, Kenny E? Yeah, no, definitely. We got to remember to do that next time. It's just really hard to make that happen on the phone. Well, not really that hard, I guess.
I have it all saved. I have Patty's here videos. Not that big a deal.
Yep. But no, definitely. I'd like to get a few more live streams in next time around. Now that we're kind of used to how the shows go, like that was our first time, and then it was Aquashella was our first time, so it was like a lot to take in. But now we know how it works, so it'll be a little easier for us to just get over that hump and just go for it, kind of thing. And what I mean by get over that hump is, when you're around a lot of people, sometimes you don't want to bring the phone out and record because you got people everywhere. So now we're past that. I don't know if that's like a nervousness or shy thing, but yeah, I'm past that now. Definitely the shell. Every time I want to pull the phone out, there's 10,000 people looking at you. It's like, oh, maybe I won't. But no, I think we're definitely over the hump on that one. So I think the next few events, well, there'll be a little more video productivity out of me.
We know the dates now for the class. We're just hoping to catch that early bird special to lock in the hotels so that we don't have to do the Airbnb this year. Either way, we're going to stay at the hotel.
Yeah.
I just hope we can get that early bird special and get that price locked in. But either way, we're staying at the hotel this year.
Eduardo says, wear a press pass. The funny thing is, both events you had to wear something.
For Aquashella, you did have to have.
Had that to get in.
Yeah.
But everybody had tags at Keystone.
Yeah, but you had to have that creator pass to get the early entry. You couldn't just go in willy-nilly anytime day or night without that creator pass.
Yeah. So then I kind of put the creator pass to use, just not as much as I would have liked. But I did get some cool video. I actually got video of John from KG Tropicals, and man, I'm going to feel like a dick here because I think he just passed away. Jake. I want to say that was who it was, and I have them debating. It's just a small clip, but
Was that?
I think that was him.
I don't think that was the thing.
I think so. I could be wrong. I will have to investigate that a little bit more, but I'm pretty sure that was him. Oh. Got Benoski popping in here. How's it going? Garcia made it in. What's happening, Garcia? Aquarium Domain. What's happening? Another cool guy that I met at Keystone.
Yes. And then my girl Stephanie.
It was the same Jake. So yeah, I actually have a little bit of the debate between him and John Hudson, which you had to be there in person because man, that thing got heated.
That was.
But at the end of it, everybody's friends,
Yeah,
except for one person that kind of got a little panties up the crack, if you know what I mean.
Stephanie says there were ways to take us around and see all your fish. I mean, I'm on my cell phone, so I could definitely go mobile and share fish if Josh would
Where
okay
are
with
you
that.
seeing?
It's in the spring yard chat. Stephanie just said, is there a way to take us around and see all your fish?
I don't see that.
She signed in from Facebook. It's showing the spring yard.
I'm not seeing it at all because I'm in YouTube.
Well,
Okay, I guess if I went to this chat, I'd probably see that.
yeah, let me. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Let me see what I can do here.
Now you get to see how messy all my tanks really are. I think for those of you that haven't seen the 125 yet, the video of the 125 yet, but don't know the updating that we've done, I think you'll like it. That would be our shower. Flip the camera around.
I'm trying.
There
we go. I think. Yes.
Patty says there's a big auction tonight. Whose channel? Anybody got a link? You can put it up there. I can't hear you, and you froze, or I froze.
Hang on.
Or did it? That's Bobby.
That is Bobby.
Oh, it's on Fish Fam. Okay.
There's Bobby.
We'll have to check that out. That is not an Oscar. That's a flower horn. These two fish in the bathroom are both flower horns. The Bobby is, I want to say a red dragon, or magma, one or the other. This little guy is a mix between a fireman's dream and a Thai silk. And he's supposed to be a fader, so we'll see how that goes. But we actually picked him up at the Keystone Clash.
He's rude.
I can't hear you at all.
Give me a minute. I'll go downstairs.
Like at all. Oh, there we go. Okay. The Oscars are right there. Well, there's 3 Oscars in there, and then I have the one in here. It's like Jeremy made it in. What's happening, Jeremy? You froze again.
Hopefully keep my signal. There we go.
And that is Rico wood floating in my pool. Oh, man. 600 gallons, real cheap setup. I mean, obviously, it's not the greatest looking, but as far as cost goes, it's fantastic. I think in the whole pool with the filter, I got like $250 in it. But yeah, that's split. And the 3 Oscars that were in here a long time ago, they're now down in the pool. I don't know about that yet. I think I might keep him in here. We'll see. Which one is this? This is, I don't know. Oh, that's one of the Lottles.
That is Freya. And I don't know. There is Jordy, who she's being kind of rude. I have a betta in here somewhere. I don't know where
Probably
it is.
a weird pineapple thing. Yep, there is my my MayheM tank that's not so mayhemy. So that's got a bunch of guppies and stuff in it, and plants from Kelly Foreman.
Anyway.
Just that's a nice little hodgepodge. But that's the old 75 that actually used to be up here that had Bobby in it. Long time ago.
Lungfish? That one?
That's an alligator gar.
Okay. Upstairs.
heard the door shut. I was like, what was that? No, that's our alligator guard. We've had him for going on about 2
Years?
years, 2 or 3, somewhere in there. He came from OFR. They gave him to Angel. Now I'm gonna turn this down.
Yep. Oh, nope, there I am.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Scuba Steve-O, what's happening, Scuba Steve-O? How you doing, buddy? Says about to add a second FX6 to my African tank. That's awesome. I got 2 on mine, but it's on the 125. Works really good. This is a 54-gallon boat front. There's not much going on in here. That's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a catch-all,
Mm-hmm.
as much as I hate to say that.
Right.
Stephanie says, oh, so they don't fight? I thought Oscars were very mean, like a Jack Dempsey. Those Oscars can be aggressive, but the problem is they can't get through Split's armor because he's plated like an alligator. So they leave him alone. Plus, his mouth's bigger than theirs. I think he's nipped one of them, but he's really not aggressive at them unless they get in the way of something he's trying to eat. Actually, that arowana is pretty aggressive. He's up there with the flower horns on aggressiveness. Eduardo says, love the white shark goldfish in there. Yeah, that's a feeder.
She was a feeder, yes.
Oh, let's see. 2 on a 75-gallon. People act like I'm silly, but I'm super overstocked. Well, if you have a lot of stock, and if you feed them a lot, the extra filtration is not going to harm much. It's not going to harm anything. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I do have to go through mine about every 5 or 6 months. Sometimes 4. It just depends if I fed them too much or whatever the case may be. Yeah, but yeah, nope. That one. Funny story about that goldfish. I back when I was feeding the Oscars live feeders, I brought home six or 8 dozen, and he's the only one that made it. So I figured, you know what? A couple days later, I took him out of there. I'm like, I didn't, he was special at that point, so we pulled him out of there. But we've had him ever since, and that's been quite a long time. I mean, quite a long time. That's my beta that I got from Chicago.
He's so hard to see, though.
Yeah, that
His
stupid
light is
tank
on.
light is messed up on there. It only goes on red, so it's kind of hard to light him up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gonna set some extra biomedio in it and polishing pads. Yeah, not gonna go wrong there. Definitely gonna help. That's what I like to do. I like to load those trays up. I mean, they give you so much from the factory, but you can always load it up. I mean, I've thrown bio balls in them. I've thrown even little red bricky jobbies. I don't know what they're called. They're just little brick tabs or whatever. I've thrown those in there. What else? Ceramic dowels, or tubes. Throw those in there. Those work great. That is Clash. That's the one that came from Keystone.
I got a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't done yet, folks.
She's only like halfway through. Well, I'm not going to say halfway. She's over halfway. And that's the new get up with the stand, and it doesn't look as stupid anymore. I wonder if I have an old picture of that. I'm gonna look here. I don't know if I do or not.
Eduardo says,
that I can-
Babuna, yes.
At least that I can share on here. I don't see one. But if you want to see what the tank used to look like, all you got to do is watch that video. It was bad.
This is behind you, so everybody's pretty much seeing this tank. There's my boy.
Then we've got wires and stuff draped in front of this tank. That's not a fire hazard. It's fine.
It's fine. Come on, Frankie.
Scuba Stevo says, man, I came across this video of the METALHEAD'S pre-filters on the FX6 intake. Going to try and see how that works one day. That wouldn't be bad. I kind of like to know how that works. Eduardo says, wow, he is large. I'm thinking that Beta Clash.
Flash.
Yeah.
He is a big
Yep.
yeah.
And that's our buddy Frank the Fajaka. You're recording like everything. Here's our messy table and everything.
No, well, it's fine. I can't really get in there.
Well, you can get behind me. Get in there. Yeah, it gets kind of difficult when you have a table here. There you go. There's the tiger barbs. They're all still in there. We actually had no loss, which is a shock. I usually
our
have bad luck
catfish.
with tiger barbs.
There's our catfish.
Vibes made it in. What's happening, Vibes?
There they are.
Jeremy says, I got two 75-gallon drums with locking lids I want to turn into a sump canister filter. Done a ton of bio balls and odd projects. Yeah, that's what I did on the pool. Is a 50-gallon food grade container from work. I just cut the top open and filled her up. Put a little bulkhead on the side, and it returns back into the pool. Doesn't work the greatest. I definitely need to come up with something better, but it works.
There we go.
I would like to have a second one, or once I finally get that pool filter on and up and running, I would like to clear that filter out and just load it up with like bio balls or K2 or something like that. But Liquid Rock Aquatics, here just lurking. Well, welcome to the show.
Work away.
It's weird now. I got to watch both chats because the Facebook thing doesn't pop up on the YouTube thing. I just noticed that. That's why I was like, where are you seeing this? Oh man, but yeah, that's the bulk of them. I think there's two more that
There's
are up in the girls' room.
one upstairs that has nothing in it right now. The other one is up in Angel's room. I don't feel like going up there. So, anywho, and then my Fluval 9-gallon right now doesn't have anything but water in it. So,
You guys are gonna collapse that lid.
probably. They're thirsty.
Well, there's a water bowl in the kitchen.
They won't drink the water. I tried. Okay, hang on. That's because my microphone.
Did you turn your volume down
No,
when you were down in the basement?
no.
Yeah, turn that down.
Oh, I know. Now it should be.
I had to do that when you got back up here.
No, I know.
But yeah, no, that is the mayhem. It's a never-ending battle. Cleaning, fixing things, cleaning, fixing things, cleaning, fixing things. It's fine. You know, some people might write on the laptop, like all the buttons.
Well,
Some people might call it crazy, but you know what? I call it calming, believe it or not. Let's see. Stephanie wants to know how many saltwater tanks we have. Currently, just the one behind her.
She also wants to know how many fresh, like 20,
5,
25, 26
somewhere in there.
ish. We lost count, and they're on 3 different floors, and it's hard to keep track of that.
Yeah.
But we do have one saltwater, which is this one behind me, and then the rest are all fresh.
Looks like Pile Aquatics made it in. What's happening, Pile? How you doing? Yeah.
Government pile or private pile? Asking for a friend. And I probably just aged the shit out of myself asking.
Probably just pissed them off. Fishy Mind made it in. What's happening, Fishy Mind?
Somebody said, goodness, Harley needs attention. Now, that's actually not Harley. That is her daughter, Nugget, that you just saw behind Josh. And then her other daughter, Bean, is, I think, in the kitchen at the moment. But both of her daughters look very much like her.
Thanks for popping in, Vibes. Have a good weekend. Oh, man. I was doing leaves and tried to start the mower, no dice. Finished picking leaves by hand, tried mower for giggles, fires right up. Every time. Oh, yeah.
See, Stephanie, oh, what? It looks just like her.
Yeah, they all look like her.
Nugget is actually bigger than Harley, and a little bit darker. But yeah, they look just like our mama, that's for sure. Both of them.
Yep. Except the Harley has a little notch out of her ear, and these two don't.
And Harley only has that weird notch out of her ear, like they normally do for like the community cat, like they spam, neuter, or whatever, and then put that notch in their ear. That's typically why a cat would have that. Harley got a little too close to a space heater over the winter a couple of years ago and burned part of her ear off.
But animal control leaves her alone.
They do, because now they think she's part of that clip chip program thing that we have here. But
Dave Farrell made it in. What's happening, Dave? How's the Farrell clan today?
Stephanie said they're at a family Thanksgiving and the kids love seeing all the tanks. Thank y'all for making their day. Well,
Awesome.
that's awesome. I'm glad that they could actually enjoy it. And Stephanie, you know, I know you don't like driving in Fort Wayne, but you could always bring them over to actually let them see them in real life.
Whip made it in here. What's happening, Whip? I'm going to turn that light down just a tad.
It is very bright and warm. Warm.
You're actually complaining of warmth. That's
No, I'm not complaining.
Very
I'm just
odd.
saying it's warm. Like I can feel the heat off of it. It's
Oh.
wonderful.
Ow. So yep, I not a whole lot getting done, but you know, some progress being made here and there. We had to get another bag of sand, which I don't know why I did that. Because I was right. Everything I added in there yesterday just got pushed up under the glass. So
Did you add the whole bag?
no.
So I can essentially take all the gravel out of my meta tank, I have a plastic tank, and put the rest of the sand in it. That's what you're saying, right?
Maybe.
I don't need that much. It's a 5-gallon tank. I only need this much.
It's like Sandy made it in. What's happening, Sandy? How you doing? John, My Fish Tanks Aquatics made it in. How we doing? How we doing? Hey, I can't super chat yet. If I can't super chat, I can't super chat.
We have to be to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we're nowhere near that.
And it's just not.
Nowhere near it.
It's
Maybe
gonna be
one day, but I don't think it's going to happen this year.
He does have a Patreon, however. Attached
I
to
still am learning that. So for the two of you that are Patreons, I'm sorry. I'm still learning it.
I'll figure it out eventually.
I do know how to slip some pictures and some videos in there, but I see we got a heart though. That's
a
awesome.
Facebook. It's a Facebook card.
All right.
Probably, I would imagine, from staff.
Well, that'll work. I appreciate it. So that's weird. It doesn't tell me Okay, so yeah, the YouTube side doesn't tell me that, but the StreamYard side does.
Yes.
Okay.
Because.
But see, if I want to chat with
StreamYard is-
Facebook users, I got to have both chats up.
Yes. And because StreamYard is showing this on Facebook and on YouTube, you're getting the likes and comments from both.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's why I got to have both chats going.
Mhm.
Guess I could switch that. Then I can see it. Johnny No Shoes. Let's see. Yeah, so I think I did get some pretty neat footage from the GoPro, so that video is definitely going to be a cool one. It shouldn't be a very long one, but the problem with those GoPro cameras is they heat up really quick.
Mhm.
And go that way. They heat up really quick. I had it 100% charged, and I took maybe 2 minutes of video, 2 or 3 minutes of video, and that thing was she was cooking. So I can understand that because you're completely enclosed. It's electronic, blah 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 blah. But I was able to find the old video, which I put that out that I took probably over a year ago. I never could make the connection between computer to that, to this, to that, to this, to that, back to that, and out to that. Magically, I finally got it to work. So that was the last video where we were in the pool, or second to last video, whatnot. But this one is recent. This one, I just went through all the tanks up here. I didn't get crazy with it. It'd be pretty interesting. But I gotta link back up to that and make my phone and the GoPro talk to each other some more. I think there's probably 2 or 3 more clips I got to yank off of that thing. And then once we got all that going, I'll put that out, edit it up, put it out, and ship it. Whip says, so where's the tip jar to contribute to Jess? I need a Fluval Flex Light Fund. I feel unfulfilled. Yeah. Man, I tell you what, I don't know what it is with those flexes. We've had more problems out of that Fluval Flex Light on pretty much just that tank than I've ever had a problem with Fluval. Everything else they have is great, but those lights are iffy. But right when she got the thing, we had to get a hold of Fluval, and they sent us, I think the power pack was bad or something. They sent us a new power pack. And now I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. It just won't turn on at all now. So we tried the power pack on the other Fluval tank, and it worked. So I don't think it's the power pack. I think it's actually something in that light. But don't get off of that. Right over the keyboard. Oh man. Well, this is just going to keep happening.
Yep.
Here. Down there. There you go. Yeah. Anywho, wait. We need to start looking up on trimming things. I was in there with my little Tiger scoop bit, I guess you could call it, in the cube tank, and I was kind of plucking out the dead or wilted off brush, but I know there's got to be a better way to do that. Let's see. Liquid Rock Aquatics, I just don't grow plants in our flex tanks.
I don't want to necessarily say that I'm growing them because I don't feel like they're getting any bigger, but they look healthy and they look nice.
Yeah.
I don't. I think my flex tanks are the only ones where we have plants that they're not really flourishing. They're just kind of staying where they are, and I'm okay with that.
The one that I do have a plant light on is the cube tank,
Yes,
and that thing is just taking off.
it is.
I need to get one down on the 75 gallon, and maybe help out with that tank a little bit because a lot of that has died off and some of it's not coming back. So, and I did the same thing that I did in this tank down there. I put dirt substrate, sand capped it, root tabs, the whole 9 yards, fertilized it, same thing. I'm just wondering if it's because the light is a different light. This one's actually meant for plants. The one that's down there on that tank is not.
Right.
That one is meant for fish. Says you can use a low light desk lamp to grow Java fern and a flex stove. Shine through the sides. My 75 gallon, I have some crips in that, and those guys are growing because the light doesn't run all the time. You know, it's all timered. They only come on and go off. And they're only so bright, whatnot,
Right.
what have you. The crips are doing good down there. It's I tried to make sure that everything that went in that tank though were pretty low light, just so I didn't have to have it running all the time.
That's pretty much what I have in all of my tanks too. It's plants that really don't require a whole lot of light. Plus, they come from Kelly Foreman, who is local to us, so our water is the same, which helps.
But she CO2 injects and we don't.
We don't, but once we get them from her and we get them planted here, they do phenomenal.
They look like they're going to die and then they come back and they explode.
Right.
I mean, that cube tank is living proof of that.
And that's pretty much all Kelly Foreman.
For the most part,
I
yeah.
think there might be a few in there
A
from
lot of
co-op.
a lot of the Amazon swords. No, I don't think anything came from the co-op in there. There was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I planted 6 from Broadway.
Our LFS.
And then everything else was from Kelly. And those things are just taken right off. Also, there's some Christmas moss in there because it made its way from this tank to that one.
Yeah.
And that one. I haven't tried it in this one yet. I could. That one big patch in Frank's tank back there, I just took a handful out of this tank and transplanted it onto that piece of Rico wood in there. And that thing's exploding in there.
So it's kind of.
I can't get rid of Christmas moss.
It's kind of all literally right here. Like it's a big.
I will actually take that over to my local fish store if they run out. They ran out a couple times earlier this year and needed some, and I'm like, I got you. Came home, got a bag, filled it up, and went back in there, and he just put it in little tubs, and it came from them. So I mean, they're like, well, what kind of, I'm like, no, this came from you. This is, we bought this from here, and it's just kind of funny when you can take it back in there. And then, yeah, they gave me some store credit for it, which was cool. But I was happy to get it out of the tank, to be honest. Because this thing fills up very quick with Christmas moss.
I actually did take some out of there earlier and put it in my Blue 15.
I was going to say it looked like it thinned out a bit.
A little bit, right in the front. I did take some out. I put it in between my 2 pieces of Rico wood. I'm hoping that it attaches to that and
it attached to that pretty good. I think what I did was I just put that down and then I took one of rock and just kind of set it on top of it to keep it from floating away.
See, I put the Christmas moss in and then I kind of made the 2 pieces of wood cross over it.
That'll work too.
So the filtration, whatever, can't move it around the tank and hopefully, like I said, hopefully it'll latch on.
That'll work too. The one big, well, that's actually two pieces, but that first big piece of wood that was in the cube tank, I just kind of hooked it in there where the current couldn't get to it, and it's growing on it.
Well, that's the problem with the smaller tank. The current, you can't really avoid the current in the 15. It's
And then I've got that hair algae, which came on that piece of wood that Ricky DeHoyos got us at Keystone, which I like that stuff. It looks kind of cool, but at the same time, it is a pain in the ass. It grows very fast.
Yep.
But I have found a way to eliminate it. I just wait for it to get really long in the cube tank, hook it out of there, and drop it in the 125 with the African cichlids, because no plant life survives them.
they go nuts on that stuff.
They
It's
eat
crazy.
that in less than 10 minutes.
It's crazy.
Just gone instantly.
Yeah.
So definitely a win there, because if not, that hair algae would take that whole tank over in a heartbeat. I'm pretty convinced it would.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind it if it kind of carpeted the bottom a little bit, but I just know what's going to happen. It's just going to go up, and then you're not going to see anything. So there's that. Frank's tank. Ooh, he just took a big gulp. Did you feed him, or is he just festively plump?
He's just festively plump. I haven't fed him.
Okay.
None of these tanks actually got fed. The only thing I did down here with these tanks was do a water change on the 125 because they were being divas.
Yeah, they're starting to do it again.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a quarter wasn't enough. Maybe I should have.
No, it's.
I don't know.
I think it's one of the filters is acting funny,
Could be.
and I'm gonna have to look at that. But the other filter should be enough to handle it. This one's only got one flugel on it,
Right.
and it does fine.
Well, to be fair, it also has a sonic system though.
Yeah, but that's kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think their main reason for acting like that is I don't have a lot of hiding space in there for them.
You took out all their hideys.
I got to work on that.
Yeah.
But we'll cross that bridge here soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it in the way of fish. I mean, nothing drastic or fantastic this week. Just chugging along. I do need to drop some water out of that salt tank, mix up some, and I'm just not looking forward to that. I'm just not.
I'm sorry if you would have just seen in the camera. Nugget was walking across the ledge of the 150 and came up on the back of your chair and just kind of looked at the camera and was like, okay, bye. And walked away.
Yeah.
She's a ham.
She is. She knows when the camera's out. She knows when I've got the stand out. I'm trying to record something, because you'll see the camera just kind of do this. That's her.
Yep.
Or the puppy. She does that too.
Typically Nugget though.
It's
Because,
typically the cat.
Yeah. Nugget has a thing for the camera. There she is again.
I'm going to have to put a stronger lid on that 29.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to buckle that thing.
Probably.
Tubby.
I mean, worst case, they go for a swim. It's okay.
Well, then they'll stop doing it.
Yep. That was kind of my thought too.
Oh, man. So, yeah, not much really. I think this is kind of the calming down, getting ready for the end of the year. Not really a whole lot on the old list. Got a few things I can get done. We'll see. But so far, so good, and that's about that. I do need to get some more rocks. Right on it again. She lands like right on the button
She just channel surfed right onto your.
and turns something on.
Oh my gosh.
Daniel Blaze, how you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Yeah, I got cats just randomly flying at me.
So, I don't know if Foxy is still on the stream, but we're still on Axolotl Egg Watch on her channel on our TV. And I told her I was going to wear these earrings in honor of Axolotl Egg Watch. And I got these when we were at the Keystone Clash last year. They're little baby axolotl earrings.
Looks like Doc made it in. What's happening, Doc? How you doing? Good seeing you.
And I don't know if she's still here to even see them, but I told her I was going to put these on so that hopefully it encouraged these last three babies, Lucy, Fred, and Ethel, to come out of their little egg sacs.
I don't think it worked.
Ricky hatched last night, sometime around like 9 p.m. Central, but we're still waiting on Lucy, Fred, and Ethel. So, I'm
How
hoping.
small would you think those things are?
I would think they're not even an inch.
No, I mean, they're way smaller than I'm thinking
Maybe
like,
a half of an inch, a quarter to a half of an inch.
I don't know.
I don't even think they're 3/4 of an inch.
No.
Foxy, I see she's still in here. Foxy, you can give us a guesstimation of how big they are when they
Probably
hatch.
like centimeters.
I would say maybe a quarter to a half of an inch. And also, Foxy says she has these same earrings. I got these at the Keystone Clash last year. I absolutely fell in love with them. This is actually the second time I've worn them since I got them. So
It's like old Whips whipping out the Skid Row.
I thought he said young boy though. But
He
anyway,
was a young man.
he was a young
He had a
boy.
heart of stone. Lived
See?
9 to 5. He worked his fingers to the bow. Whoa.
So either
Just
you're
barely,
wrong or
okay.
Whip's wrong because he put in totally different lyrics from what you just said. But I thought it was Ricky was a young boy and he had a heart of stone,
Might have been.
not a heart of gold. But anyway, we're splitting hairs here.
Yeah. So, I think, I don't know. Got some things I want to do to this tank, got some things I want to do to that tank. The more I do that tank, the more I want to do to this one because this one looks like utter crap. And I think it's time to get rid of that fake rocky stuff down there.
Yeah.
It's causing more problems than it's worth. And by problems, I mean fish getting stuck in them or
Right.
just so much stuff builds up under there and you have to move all that and then put it back and then they move it and then it just, it builds back up again. So,
Sorry, Foxy just came back. She said she won her earrings from Jenna P. And she said they are just under ½ inch at birth. So I'm thinking 3/8 to like 7/16 of an inch. But if they're just under ½ inch when they're born, they are literally little bees.
Mhm.
They're adorable. So cute. But I could never. That's a lot of work.
I don't think it's that much. Well, I mean,
Well, here's the thing. She is showing you 4 eggs that are hatching right now, that got to the point where they can hatch. Female axolotls lay anywhere between 200 and 300 eggs at a time.
And you're not always lucky enough to only have 4 that are viable to actually become axolotls. Sometimes you're hatching 75 to 150 at a time. I could never. That is too much. And then as they grow, you have to separate them, because the bigger axolotls will eat their younger, smaller axolotls, even in the same batch of eggs. They're all going to grow at different rates, and those bigger ones are going to eat the smaller ones. So you have to have the means to be able to separate all of them so that doesn't happen.
New local made it in. What's happening, buddy? How you doing? I think we are winding down here. I think we are.
I think Bex was planning on going at
She's
4
going at
anyway.
5, I thought.
Oh. I thought that in Discord she had said 4.
I thought the notification said 5, but maybe.
See, Foxy just said we have a few hundred babies right now. We only have 4 on camera.
Well, that's not that.
Bless you. Bless you to the moon and back, Foxy, because I could not. That is a lot of work. I don't think he understands the amount of work, making sure that you separate them by size so they don't eat each other and all that other nonsense, and just no, thank you. I love axolotls, but I don't want them when they're that small. I just can't. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Well, anything that small can be difficult to grow.
And you already know how touchy axolotls are with their water temperatures and their diets and their water parameters. They are very, very, very touchy. And then to be that small, no thanks.
Well, it'd be the
They're
same
cute,
thing.
though.
It'd be the same thing with these cichlids. I mean, except you don't have to keep the water cold, but you got to make sure they don't get sucked up in the filter, so on and so forth.
Ah, look at that. Oh, highlight it. Oh, it won't let me highlight it. Anyway, Whip said I nailed it. Ricky was the young boy. He had a heart of stone. Hello. Sorry. Sebastian Bob.
Well, you know what?
Just saying.
This is what happens when you get older. Sometimes you don't remember all the words, okay? Matt says nothing wrong with something that small.
Only. Never mind. I hope your wife tells you that every day, sir.
Was asking if we locked in the hotel for the class yet. Need the dates on that 22nd or 24th, right?
I believe it's 22nd through the 24th, yes. We have not locked in the hotel yet because I'm kind of hoping that they'll release the early bird special here soon so that we get discounted rate.
Jimmy P.
I hope. If we don't get the discounted rate, I guess it's not a big deal, but because we plan on staying longer this year versus last year, I would hope, I'm kind of hoping for that discounted rate.
What's happening, Jimmy P? Nice to see you pop in.
Jimmy P!
Yeah. Nope, hotel not dialed in yet, but we got the dates.
I kind of hope they release that early bird special, though, for those prices. If you lock in at that specific time frame, that you get the room cheaper. If we don't, then we don't. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm hoping.
The current rate is less than the discounted rate from this year's event.
Oh. Then maybe I need to get in there now and lock that in. Because we plan on getting there a day before and staying the day after, right? That's what we planned on for this year.
Something like that, I guess.
Well, I know we want to get there a day early. We could leave the day that it ends, I guess, because I know last year all they had was like auctions that we weren't really, none of that really mattered to us anyway. But getting there a day early would be nice. For sure. Wait a minute, what? Oh, Vex is saying that it's gonna be cheaper to lock in before the early bird. Okay.
Well, why would it? Then they couldn't call it the early bird.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't really be able. You can't call that any kind of a discount if it's cheaper for me to just lock in the room now.
Here's what we want to do.
But anyway, I do need to work on that because, and I also need to get a hold of Lefty on that because I think the plan is still to get a room with double beds to room with Lefty. So that's the plan at least.
Marta said he booked it already. It's about $28 less. Well, then I guess now it's easy early bird.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and book that then.
Oh, he's
I am an in member. I have some kind of a membership
Yeah, that's called
too.
the Easy Pass because just driving 10 minutes on freaking that one highway in Pennsylvania was $155.
So we still gotta pay that, by the way. But if I signed up for the Easy Pass thing, it was like half that. But anywho, no, Eduardo, I think I am. I know I've got some kind of a membership to a chain of hotels, and I think it's the Inns. So I think we'll be okay. Yeah.
All right, well, a little bit after 4 now. I think we're just going to go ahead and wrap her on up. Got a couple things I'd like to do tonight. So probably can't do the 2-hour-long fiasco that we usually do. But anyways, I thank everybody for popping in. I appreciate you guys being here. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. Or well, I mean, we could, but there would be no point.
It would be stupid.
All my moderators, thank you for popping in and tossing links here and there and doing what you do. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you very much. And the replay crew. Can't leave the replay crew out. Got to say hi to the replay crew. Yeah, we're leaving already, Eduardo. No, this one, I got some stuff I want to get wrapped up today, so get on that.
Yeah. And he just realized why we don't put the cat food on the floor because the dumbass dog eats it.
Well, she's not that dumb, but I
Anywho.
get it. Anyways. But thanks everybody for popping in. We will see you next Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. And that'll go until, I don't know, probably 4 or 5. Just depends on what we got going on or how much we got to do.
Whenever we feel like.
Yeah. So anyways, thank you guys for popping in. So I think, I don't think Max is on quite yet. I think she'll be on in an hour, but Foxy's still on and rolling, so we can just jump back over there.
Axwell and Watch.
Yeah. Just pop in there and throw some metal.
Bum rushing with hashtag mayhem.
All right. So you guys have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday. Later.